Good day, everyone. Mark here with a brief summary of last night's board meeting. It'll be a fairly short summary as last night's board agenda was pretty short. Began with a presentation from Heidi All, who's our 7th and 8th grade science teacher. Heidi is planning a trip to Costa Rica with students to look at various ecological and geographical features of Central America, as well as to allow students an opportunity to experience a culture outside of our own. The board took action and approved that trip. The consent agenda had only 2 items. Finance items was simply the financial report and approval for that and to pay the vouchers. Personnel had a number of items on it. The first one being a approval of a contract for myself for the next 3 years. And I would, with that, like to thank everyone that I've worked with in the past 5.5 years, not only as a superintendent, but also thank all the wonderful staff that have worked with my 3 boys and continue to work with my 3 boys. So thank you. It is an honor and it is humbling to be able to work with such wonderful folks. Thank you. Next was a custodial contract for Travis Benson. That is for 15 hours a week. That is a replacement position. We had hired, the board approved a contract for Amy Hunter as a grant writer, 0.2 FTE. That's 1 day a week, and that will be to the end of this year. Grant writer / community ed director. And I'll be working with Amy to look at writing grants, and I'd also encourage anyone, if they have a grant and need some assistance in writing it, to, I'd say at this point, probably just contact me, and I'll pass that on to Amy as we're still setting up her contact information for the district. Next was a contract for Lacey Carpenter, who is a new paraprofessional at Motley Kindergarten for some special needs students. A 3.7 hours a day for Nicole Andert, who is an early childhood paraprofessional. We approved regretfully a retirement, or the board approved regretfully a retirement of Linda Tappy. Linda Tappy will be retiring effective January 30th, 2011. And I'd like to thank Linda for all her wonderful years of service and for her true dedication to students and children in this district. Linda, you will be sorely missed, and it has been a privilege and a great experience for all of our children and our staff to have you working here. Thank you, Linda. Finally, the board approved permission to post for the replacement of Linda Tappy's position. Other items: the board discussed the feasibility of a personnel committee. The intent of the personnel committee is to be able to have the board look at various needs of positions throughout the district and make adjustments as needs arise. It was just at the discussion stage. There was no action on it. It was asked that a draft, a purpose, and maybe some guidelines draft be written up regarding this committee. So I'll be working on that and giving that to the board. This would be 6 committees for the board versus 5. So the board also had a discussion of reducing each committee down to 2 board members on a committee versus its present 3. But that was a discussion item for the board. The board took 2 votes for the MREA Board of Directors and NJPA Board of Directors, and then there was various reports. Thank you very much.